McFarlane makes some great sculpted figures, especially when you get them for on clearance, like $4. They're amazing. Hey guys, welcome back to the YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately destroy the value of our figures by freeing them from their plastic and cardboard prisons. I got you something nice, McFarlane's Spawn. Looks good. I was shopping at Big Bag Toy Store yesterday, or the other day, sorry, and I saw him for $4 on one of their sale clearances, and for $4, I can definitely pick up a great looking figure. I thought this was an Oni spawn, but apparently it's a Mandarin spawn. I didn't know there was a difference, but who cares? I remember seeing this guy back in the day when McFarlane first released it, thinking it was a great figure, and I'm hoping the update lives up to its old glory. So let's take it to the table and see. So let's look at this box real quick. McFarlane did a very good job of making this box look unique in comparison to all his other boxes. There's very much an aesthetic design. Shows a great picture on the background, has his name everywhere, and you can clearly see everything, which is absolutely nice. But here at the YKB, we don't care about boxes, so let's open this up and see what he's working with. Just looking at this figure right here, its design, the paint, oh man, it looks good. Just, they really did a number on this sculpt. It really looks good. I don't think it has as much paint on it as much as the other one previously they released. Back in the day when McFarlane just started releasing figures. I can't remember the year. But for this $20 price point that it came out as, and especially for this $4 price point that I got it off of Big Bad Toy Store, it looks absolutely amazing. And like, just look at the sculpt and the design. I'm flabbergasted about how this looks so good. But enough about this. Let's look at the accessories. There's the trusty McFarlane stand. Always keeping McFarlane figures up. Followed by one blade, two blades. Now, absolutely love the way these blades are. I don't think McFarlane has reused these blades multiple times. They look good. Look at the details. Looks amazing. Nothing more I can say. These look pretty good. Just looking at it real quick, he looks amazing with his swords in his hands. I don't think most people are going to pose him without him. He just looks good. Looks cool. Don't you love just grabbing a figure, especially on a cheap price, that's just amazing? But enough about this. Let's go see how the articulation is. Let's get these weapons off real quick. Put it back on in a minute. Now, one issue I do have is the head comes off with no problem. So, that sucks. It doesn't take much for that to pop off, and it doesn't really see like it stays on that firm. So, that's a minus. But shoulders can't do T-poses, obviously, because it has all this elaborate armor. It still has the typical McFarlane ball joint, so you can move it in all different directions, but doing a T-pose is nearly impossible. It's actually impossible unless you want to start cutting and doing all that type of stuff. He doesn't have a double jointed elbow, but it's 90 degrees on a ball joint. It works. Hands are a ball joint as well. Works. His chest piece, that double jointed diaper that we got used to with McFarlane, is still there. The chest piece is a little bit more elaborate. Definitely not a lot of reuse. His legs can only go about that far. It's not a lot of motion in it. This is a softer plastic that can move out pretty easily, but you're not getting a whole bunch of great motion out of that. Can't kick his own butt because he has this barb over here, so that's getting in the way. Ah, that was hard. He has a ankle pivot. You see that? Just kind of this long ball joint. But it's a typical ankle rocker. No toe articulation because, let's be honest, he has 3 toes. That would seem kind of hard. That's a little bit far out there if you look there. And no twist. That's as much as the leg twist. So articulation is limited, but it's a gigantic monster spawn. Like, not expecting too much. It's a lot better than those early McFarlane statues he released. And when I mean statues, he called them figures, but they were just barely articulated statues. Man, it just looks good. It really does look good. Let's get into some scale and some height. So this is a relatively large figure, so I'm going to try to keep it all in frame, but it might be hard. Spawn is, I want to say, almost 9 inches, about 3/4, 8 inches, 3/4. That's to his head. To his spike, he's 9 inches tall. And shoulder to shoulder, he is 2.5. This will take up a little bit of real estate. For being so thin, it will take up at least some height. You will need to make sure your shelf is tall enough. That's for any McFarlane, but especially this one. But enough about that. Let's see how he scales with other figures. First up, McFarlane's Wildcat, followed by McFarlane Spawn Call of Duty collab. Definitely taller than both of them. NECA Turtle, Marvel Legends, Iron Man, G.I. Joe Classified Series, AEW Wrestling figure, Star Wars Black Series, SH Figure Arts, and Loyal Subject. So, he's a big puppy. He looks good. And he's dirt cheap. I mean, you can't get any better than $4 for a figure. Especially a figure this detailed. I think the only real flaw I had was the head. Everything else was pretty standard when it comes to figures. Comes with 2 weapons. Body looks good. Just looks nice. Kind of feel like if McFarlane put some sculpt in his newer stuff to make him look similar to this, less people would be complaining. Now I'm laughing because I just said something ridiculous. Less people complaining. But this is a good looking figure. Definitely should pick it up. But for more reviews like this, come to the YKB. Like, share, subscribe. And I'm out. It's a great looking figure.